Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I'm going to share with you 7 reasons you should not open up your third eye chakra. Now, this might come as a shock to a lot of my audience because if you've been watching, you know I've made multiple third eye videos, really hyping it up, really talking it up, sharing with you how to open up your third eye. So this might seem a little bit backwards. Again, if you know me, but what happened was when I started making these third eye videos, I was able to get a lot of feedback. And some of the points that brought up, some might see as valid reasons to avoid this whole third eye business. So we're going to explore some of the reasons that people say you should not open up your third eye so you can make an informed choice. Because I will say this, I did open my third eye, and it was many years ago, and my life has never been the same. Reason 1 is guaranteed. Opening up your third eye is going to shatter many, if not all, of your core beliefs about reality and yourself. Okay, now in my situation, this turned out to be kind of a good thing. Because what I discovered is that many of the beliefs I had about myself, even though they were comfortable and familiar and I thought to be solid, were actually extremely limiting, damaging, and downright untrue. The core beliefs I had about myself that I would have swore on and taken to the bank turned out to be the greatest problems in my life. The true source of most of my suffering in life came from these beliefs that opening my third eye made me hip to. I'll give a quick example. One of them was I'm shy. I would always just say I'm shy. I'm a shy person. I'm an introvert. Oh, you want me to do that? That's not me. No. And then look what I do now. I share on YouTube willingly to a lot of people, and in fact, it's become one of my greatest joys and pleasures in life. I'm the opposite of shy. I love to share to a lot of people. I have a lot of passion, a lot of energy. And opening up my third eye initiated a spiritual awakening process that made me aware of some of these beliefs that are not true about myself. Number 2, I will admit, I did have difficulty sleeping for a while after opening my third eye for a variety of reasons. One of them is that every time I closed my eyes, you know what would happen? I would close my eyes, it'd be dark in the room, I'd need some rest, I'd close my eyes, and I couldn't help but bring my attention to my mind's eye. I would close my eyes and angle my eyes upward. You know what I would see? Scary demons. No, not at all. What I would see are beautiful colors, beautiful, vibrant, luminous, divine-looking colors like indigo green, purple, white. And within those colors, there would be really interesting and complex and I would say impressive geometric patterns, weaving in and out, forming different creations and dissipating and putting on this celestial show that was, if anything, distracting. And because I had all this powerful energy kind of coursing through my body as a result of opening my third eye, some call it Kundalini energy, some don't, sleeping was something that was not something I had a lot of for a short while afterwards. Number 3, if you want to wake up to your true calling, your true purpose in life, then you have no business attempting to open up your third eye, because that's exactly what will happen. It will initiate a process, an unraveling, a stripping away, kind of like what I was saying with number 1 of who you thought you were, and reveal who you actually are. Now, this could imply big, somewhat drastic changes in your life. That's exactly what happened to me. Going through life, I was always the fitness guy. I loved working out ever since I can remember. I remember watching my parents, they had these Jane Fonda exercise videos, and I was in 8th grade. And I would have these little gray, those dumbbells with sand in them, and I would work out with them. And then my dad built this makeshift wooden bench press in the basement, and I would work out with that. And then eventually it progressed to me becoming a personal trainer and owning a gym. And anyone who knew me, whenever I would see them, the conversation would always turn to fitness in some way, shape, or form. Vic, I want to lose weight. Vic, I'm struggling. What should I do at the gym? And it was my identity. It was what I thought my calling was. Come to find out, it's not. And what my calling is sharing on YouTube and sharing on the internet essentially about the spiritual awakening process. Now that's something I could have never seen coming. I would have never in a million years predicted. If you would have told me in advance that this is what you're going to eventually do, Victor, I don't know what I would have thought. I would have probably laughed. I would have certainly not believed in it. But opening my third eye changed my perception of myself so much that I started seeing things I never knew were there. One of them being this unwavering passion to share and help other people through this awakening process. But that involved a massive career change, a massive identity shift, a freaking midlife crisis. And if you want to just sort of keep things the way they are, lukewarm, neutral, safe and secure and familiar, then don't open your third eye. Number 4, your expectations on everything will likely go through the roof and require you make a lot of big changes in your life, in your relationships, in your career, in where you live, in the things you do, the people you surround yourself with, the things you read, the things you watch on TV, the music you listen to, everything. You're going to become almost like snooty, like this is no longer good enough. I will no longer put up with this type of relationship because I can now see it from a more accurate vantage point and it doesn't resonate anymore. This career, it's got to go. It drains my energy. It's not fulfilling. It doesn't pay me what I know I'm worth, and it doesn't satisfy my soul. That's got to change. You know what? Even though I've lived in this location my entire life, I don't like the weather. I don't like the people, and I want to move over here where it's different and more suitable for me. So when I opened my third eye and started going through the spiritual awakening process, I literally felt compelled from this deep part of myself, this part of myself that I couldn't ignore, that I just had to make these massive, drastic changes one after the other over a period of several years. And that involved a lot of energy. It was exhausting. It was scary. I didn't know where I was going half the time. And all these crazy things had to happen because my expectations on what I deserved out of life suddenly skyrocketed through the freaking roof. Number 5, if privacy is something you value, then don't open your third eye, boy. Let me tell you, because what's going to happen is you're going to realize that you are literally never in private. You are never, ever, ever, not for a second of your entire life, alone. You're going to discover that, you know what? You have benevolent beings of light that some people call your spirit guides that are always with you. When you're taking a shower, when you're on a date, everywhere you go, there they loom, protecting you and loving you and guiding you and giving you little bursts of insight, little $1 million ideas they might decide to trickle into your consciousness when you least expect it, that will change the course of your life in a very positive way on many levels from that moment forward. And you'll become aware of this influence on your life, on your psyche, on your journey. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of different types of spirit guides some will switch around, some are always with you. Sometimes your deceased loved ones want to come and say what's up. Sometimes your deceased pets will come into your dreams and want to wag their tail and give you and lick your face. I've had it all happen, okay? But the reality is you're not alone. You're never alone. And when you open up your third eye, you're going to realize that. You're going to experience that. It's going to be a literal thing that you experience in your life, just like drinking a cup of coffee. Number 6, if you like to blend in and kind of go with the crowd, never go against the grain, never stand out, then don't open your third eye. It's going to cause you to stand out. Not many people prioritize raising their consciousness and raising their frequency and becoming the absolute best version of themselves. And when you do, when your third eye is going to naturally inspire you to do that, you will probably switch around some of your relationships, some of your friends, and you will realize that you're kind of walking a lonely journey. okay? They don't call it a lonely spiritual journey for no reason. But the reality is, it's lonely because you become a pioneer. A pioneer for all that really matters in life, all that's good. You become a pioneer for love, essentially. A pioneer for empowerment. A pioneer for someone who stands up for what they believe in and lives life on their own terms. These are going to be things that are like extremely important to you, and you're not going to be able to ignore doing them and living them. And that's going to cause you to sort of rise above the mass mindset of most people. And some people, when they see you up there living your kick-ass life in a very authentic way, that's going to trigger a lot of people. And some people will criticize you, try to pull you back down, and it can be kind of a messy circumstance. It can be a lonely journey of an outlier, of a pioneer. But when you open your third eye, that's exactly what you become. But here's the thing. Living your authentic life, regardless of what people say, think, or do, will become your greatest means of finding real happiness. A lot of people have concluded that real happiness is avoiding friction, avoiding confrontation, avoiding going up against the grain. You will get used to bumping into things in life and going against the grain. And you will start to revel in the awareness that you are making a splash. Because here's the reality. You will inspire people with your growth. You will bring people along with you, and you will, just by living your very natural life in your very natural, authentic way, empower and enlighten and help so many people around you. Although not everybody, because it is a free world. Not everyone will want to rise at the same pace as you set. But many will, and the ascent in itself will be ultimately satisfying to you. The awareness you're helping people will be extremely beautiful. You'll get to go to bed every night knowing you're making a positive difference in the world. And number 7, you should not open your third eye if you're just not into the whole idea of opening your third eye, if it doesn't resonate. All the things I said do not require you open up your third eye. There are many ways to lighten yourself up and pursue your own greatness. Okay, opening up your third eye is one way. Some people will have that experience and it'll be very impactful. It was for me. Many people won't even understand they'll never hear about what a third eye is. They might hear it once in a while and the concept seems silly and sort of woo to them, and they can do the exact same thing as I shared in this video. There are so many ways. Spirituality, the spiritual path, is an extremely individual one, and if you are attracted to all the different things I shared about, all you have to do is be yourself and march to the beat of your own drum and allow your own unique path to unfold before you, as it will and as it's always been.